Hello, high school students, and welcome to our Valentine's Day theme service. Today, we are super excited because we have a bunch of fun content for you. We're gonna have an awesome message from Jake and Kaelia, but before that, let's check out some of our content from TikTok.
Where the Spirit of the Lord is, there is freedom, there is freedom. Where the Spirit of the Lord is, there is freedom, there is freedom. Out of the dark, just as you are, into the fullness of His love. Oh, the Spirit is here, let there.
Run it. I rock, I roll, I blow, I blow, I glow, I rock, I roll, you say I blow, I glow, I glow, I rock.
We're talking about how to have hashtag relationship goals with the people that matter the most. There's one caveat that I do want to make before we get started, and it's this. You don't have to date in high school. I would actually encourage you, there's no really big need to date in high school. I did in high school, Kaelia did in high school, you'll probably date in high school. That's okay. But there's so much happening in your high school experience that I don't want you to feel bad at all if you're like, this is a great talk, but I'm gonna look at this for college, or I'm gonna look back at this or think these two filtered questions for when I'm a young adult. So just know that if you're not dating now in high school, that at some point you will date, this talk is for you. Also, my wife and I are actually doing this talk together, which I'm so very excited about. I would tell you to give her a huge round of applause, but you can't really because it's over camera. But here's my wife.
Here's the first great question that you need to ask before you go into a dating relationship or if you're already in a relationship. So here's the question. Are you ready? Is this person sold out for Jesus? Now, you should already know if this person's sold out for Jesus, but before you stress out, I have an awesome story to share with you about myself and my husband, Jake Vayda. So a few years back, as he moved down from Ohio to work here at the church and to also go to school, I stood back at a distance, kind of watching him, checking him out. You best know that we low-key check people out and see what they're all about. Try not to be creepy, but I definitely was doing that. So he caught my attention, but I was like, I'm not playing games, so I need to make sure that he's serious. I was watching him do his thing, and there was a few things that I noticed about Jake. One, he loved people and he was sold out for Jesus. And I knew that because he lived it out. He would show up for services on the weekends. I sing a lot, so I was able to kind of see who was out in the front. And Jake was there worshiping God, doing his thing. He even showed that he was all in for you guys. He showed that at camp. He showed that during services and making himself available for you even outside of service. It was evident that Jake loved God. He was sold out for God and he loved people. And that's what caught my attention for him. And yes, that's why I initiated the first date. So I just want to put that out there. If you're unsure, ask yourself, why am I unsure? Have I discussed this with myself? Have I discussed this with the people that I care about the most, with this person even? We should be pursuing an ever deepening friendship and relationship with God. We should be joining with people and moving in the same direction. If we move in the opposite direction as someone that we're partnering with, we can end up on a path that is not for us.
In 2 Corinthians, it says this, do not be unequally yoked with unbelievers. Now you might be wondering, Jake, what the heck does that mean? If you didn't know, I grew up in Buckfield, Maine. Yes, it's as hick as it sounds. I grew up on a farm, and on this farm, I'm not sure if we had it, but I definitely heard of it. It was called yoking. It's where you have this wooden beam over a cow's neck and maybe another cow's neck in order for them to go in the same direction. Now, if we take that to dating, what does that look like? I'm not calling you a cow, don't worry. But yoking is kind of the same thing when you start dating. You're yoked with somebody else. You're going in the same direction as they are going. So what a sad thing it is if you have this heart for Jesus that you want to love people as big as you can, but then you're dating someone who doesn't really care that much, who is only looking out for themselves, who doesn't love the whole church thing that you do. What's gonna happen is as long as you are dating that person, you're ultimately gonna go in the direction that they're gonna go because this yoke of dating is going to take you there. Isn't there a better way to do it? And there is. The better way to do this is to be dating someone who is sold out for Jesus, who the yoke is the dating yoke where you're going in the same exact direction in your life towards Jesus, loving people big and loving each other while doing it.
So I have a story to share with you about when I was in high school, and yes, when I was dating an unbeliever. Yes, Kaelia Vayda has a messy past, and I would love to share that with you. So coming out of middle school, going into high school, I dated a guy named Brian. He was an unbeliever. To be completely honest, decided to date him and allow him to be intentional with me because he gave me attention. That literally was the truth, guys. He gave me attention and I liked the attention. He was not sold out for Jesus. He did not love people. In fact, he was super disrespectful with the people in his life. And sadly, I had let Brian into my life because simply I wanted to fit in, have a boyfriend, have this attention, and it pulled me away from my faith. And that was pretty devastating.
So once you are dating, we're finally to the second question that you should ask, and it's this. Once you are dating, is my boyfriend or girlfriend becoming an idol in my life? I believe Moses was onto something when he went all the way up to a top mountain and got these 10 commandments. And he came down, this is in the Old Testament, in the Bible, and he read these 10 commandments out. And the first commandment I want to read to you right now that relates directly to our talk. You shall have no other gods before me. You shall not make for yourself a carved image or any likeness of anything that is in heaven above, or that is in earth beneath, or that is in the water under the earth. You shall not bow down to them or serve them. Now, idols look a little bit different these days. I'm not expecting you to carve out an idol or a sculpture of your boyfriend and worship it like, oh, holy boyfriend. Like, that's weird. Don't do that. If you do that, definitely contact me because I would love to talk with you. But what idols look like nowadays is a little bit different. If you didn't know, I'm a huge Steelers fan. Like, I love the Steelers. It's a football team. If you didn't know, shame on you if you didn't know. And an idol would look like this. If I woke up every single morning and for the first 3 hours of my day, I didn't talk to Kaelia. I didn't do devotions or work out. No, I just watched film of the Steelers. Like, that would be an idol. Why? Because an idol is something that you disproportionately place at the top of your priority list over everything else. Your boyfriend or girlfriend shouldn't be disproportionately placed at the top of your priority list. Especially in high school, your boyfriend or girlfriend might be third, fourth, fifth, maybe even sixth on your priority list. Under God, under family, under your extracurriculars, under your friends. So as long as you're continuing to ask through this filter, okay, is my boyfriend or girlfriend becoming an idol in my life? As long as you're asking that question, you're going to be well on your way to maintaining a healthy relationship.
A major danger of making your boyfriend or girlfriend an idol in your life, someone who influences your decision-making above God's word, you fall into the trap of doing what they want to do above your own, even if God's saying, hey, no way, that's not what I want for you. Someone who influences you like an idol can look like caring more about what the other person wants. It can look like caring more about someone else's happiness. It could even look like caring more about not disappointing that person, even above yourself, above God, and above the people that you love most in your life. And friends, we end up being taken down the wrong path, a path that we never thought was even possible for us to walk down. We believe that you can pick and choose the right partner if you ask yourself these two questions to have a healthy and thriving relationship. The first question is this person sold out for Jesus? If you ask this question before you start a dating relationship, we believe that it can save you so much heartache, so much pain in the long run. The second question is my boyfriend or girlfriend, have they become an idol in my life? If this question is true, friends, don't worry, there are always ways through that. You can reach out to all of us here at church, on staff, or even go to people that you love and care and respect in your life. You can work through this because we all have experienced this one way or another. So we believe that if you ask yourself these two questions, that you can choose and have a right and healthy relationship in your life.
I've lived my life to the living. I'm at the end of myself. I see the edge, but I know below me your love is waiting to catch. I'm falling into you, 'cause no one's gonna love me like you do. Alright, I've got nothing to lose, so I can't stop, won't stop falling into you. Alright, alright. The rush I felt in the free fall, 'cause I lost control of my life. Jesus, I found that you've always had me. Your love is never in doubt. I wanna love you like you love me. I wanna love you like you love me. I'm falling into you, 'cause no one's gonna love me like you do. Alright, I've got nothing to lose, so I can't stop, won't stop falling into you. Alright, alright, oh. Hey. I wanna love you like you love me. I wanna love you like you love me. 1, 2, 3, hey! Oh, yeah, yeah. I'm falling into you, 'cause no one's gonna love me like you do, yes. I've got nothing to lose, so I can't stop, won't stop falling into you, my God. I'm falling into you, 'cause no one's gonna love me like you do, no. I've got nothing to lose, so I can't stop, won't stop falling into you. Alright, alright, I'm falling into you. Oh, I'm falling into you, my God. I'm falling into you, yeah. I'm falling into you. I'm falling into you. I'm falling into you. Hey!
Thank you guys so much for joining our service today. I hope you loved what Jake and Kaelia had to share about the dating life. If you haven't checked out any of our other videos, you can check them out right here with any of these links. But if not, I will see you next week here on Students United at 7 p.m.